creative friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am making bone broth in a slow cooker. And the reason I was doing that is because we were going to go over to Roseburg today and hit Costco and do some Christmas shopping. And I thought, you know what, I'll stick some bone broth in the slow cooker and let it happen while I'm gone. Then I thought, oh, I'll do a quick video. And I was going to make it a short, one of those little short ones, but it's too long for a short. So the beginning of it is a little choppy, but the information's there. There is a section when I actually scoop out the solid parts and strain off the broth that I didn't turn my microphone on, but you can see what I did. So I hope you watch it. I hope you get some good information out of it. It's a great way to make broth, and it makes delicious broth. Oh my gosh. And here is just a little bit, and I set this aside because tomorrow I'm going to make beans, and I'm going to use broth with some of the meat from the bones that were in here for to cook my beans in. So that's going to be delicious. But I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Let's make some bone broth. I've got some turkey carcass and bones from Thanksgiving that have been in the freezer for this very moment. I've got a chicken back and tail portion that was from a chicken that was cut up for making fried chicken. A couple stalks of celery, a nice onion, couple carrots, some bay leaves, and now I'm going to chop them all up and I'm going to put them in my slow cooker. Now I've got everything roughly chopped and in the slow cooker container, and I am going to go fill it with water. Now it's filled with water. All of the vegetables and the meat bones are covered. Now I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves and stick those in there, and a little salt and pepper. And if you want to give your broth a little boost of flavor, you can add some bouillon or some of these little cubes. But if you do this, be careful. Check out your salt level, because you may not have to add as much salt if you add one of those little cubes of bouillon, because they have a little bit of salt in them. Now you can leave this, cover it. You can put it on high for just a few hours, or you can put it on low and let it simmer all day long, which is what I'm going to do, because we're heading over to the city to go to Costco and the craft store and do some shopping. So we'll see you when this is done. Okay, there's one thing I hate about using a microphone is I forget to turn it on. So you can clearly see in that last spot, I forgot to turn my microphone on. So I'm just going to catch you up. So the deal is, when I came home, all of this broth in the crock pot or the slow cooker was amazing. Like, look at it. It's just so nice. So all I did was I turned it off and I used kind of a scoop and scooped all the solid bits out. Then I took my little measure cup, my Pyrex cup here, and I put like a sieve on there, and then a strainer, I mean, and then all I did was scoop it off so that the stuff was in the strainer, and I put it back, I put it in the side dish until I just had the liquid in here. Now, then what I did was, because there was so much, like this is 2 quarts, and there's probably another 1.5 quarts here, so probably 3 quarts I've got from that one leftover turkey carcass and some chicken bones. And that's what I'm saying, if you've got turkey or you're eating chicken, just save the bones. I have a zip top bag in my freezer, and I just keep adding bones to it until I have enough that I think is going to fill my slow cooker. And then I do this. Now, what I also did was I went back through all the stuff that was strained out, and I picked off the meat from the pieces that still had meat on it, like the portion that I put in there that was the back and tail piece of the chicken that was cut up for frying. Now I'm going to use this meat and these 2 containers right here, and tomorrow I'm going to use this with some beans, and I'm going to make a lovely bean soup or something with this, or just beans as a side dish, but that's going to be super good. Now this, you would think, Linda, are you going to can that? And this I am not. I have a whole bunch of bone broth and stuff that's canned that's on my pantry shelf, but this I'm actually going to freeze it. And the reason is I want to have some portions that when we take our fifth wheel and go camping or go traveling, there's a freezer. Like, I have a residential fridge in my fifth wheel, and it's got a big freezer in it. And so this way I can just take these out of the freezer and put them in the freezer there, and I can have this when we go traveling. Now, if I canned it all, then I would have to take all the jars, which is added weight, and then I would still have to carry all these jars back home. So I do freeze things just so that it can transfer easily into the freezer of our fifth wheel when we go traveling, and that's what's going to happen to this. So there you have it. And I'm sorry about the little lack of sound there. I'll try to remember not to forget to turn my microphone on, but I hope you give this a try. I hope you save your bones. Save your ham bones. Save your beef bones. Save the bones off your steaks. I don't care. Save the bones. I should have a t-shirt that just says save the bones with a big pot on the front of it, I think. Would be a cute t-shirt. But anyway, so there you have it. This is chicken turkey stock that I made today. I just left it in the slow cooker the whole time we were out of town, going over to Costco for the day. We went and we ate lunch at Applebee's. We did all the things, came home, and this was waiting for me, so it wasn't a whole lot of work. So I hope you guys give this a try. If you store your broth or you use it for different things besides, like, I'm going to use this in beans, but if you have any ideas that you use your broth for, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and maybe one day I'll do a video about it. So right now I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm going to let that fat layer kind of coagulate, and then I'm going to take it off just to eliminate some of the fat in this. And you can see this is already starting to separate right there. So that way I can take it off of there, and it will be a little bit less oil in the soup or whatever I'm making with it. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.